girl. If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis love just made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, all in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis love just made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, all in and out of love, yeah.
love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Well, your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
hey, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Well, your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, only in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, only in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
if you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. I've been in and out of love. Yeah.
sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub it to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional Tron hauls, and y'all know we got music Monday, but this is officially sold out on this Saturday, man. I got my brother from another mother, but I'm gonna let him do his proper introductions.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? It's Dunks. I hope everybody's having a great day. We had the Powder Blues drop today. Talked to Polo behind the scenes. He had other things going on, so, respect that, But for anybody that did pick them up, congratulations. It's not a bad shoe. I'll just keep it in that same category as it's just not something that I could have seen myself with. Not to say that, I'm not a fan of nines, because they have made some great nines. Just that colorway is just not for me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that one.
I'm gonna say this about the nines. I only had one pair, by the way, and it's the cool gray joints. And he actually played in them when he came back to play on the Wizards. Just fun fact for the people who don't know that. Which is probably at the time why I bought those joints. The nine is like, how whenever you saw them fours for the first time and you're like, man, why are they so long? Pause. The nines, I don't care how you lace them, they still look long. It look like a boot, I wore my joints this week, and I'm gonna be honest, it scraped the back of my heel. I'm like, okay, cool. These ain't, maybe they are just old, or maybe I'm old, or maybe it's a mixture of both. But I'm like, the comfortability wasn't there anymore. Overall, like, I would not, if I wear them, it's like 2 hours max. I had them on at work, so it's 8 hours max at this point. It was one of those, when I got home, I was ready to throw them joints across the room, bro. I'm like, bro, they done, they cracking and everything. But those, we had, what was it, the Powder Blues, like you said, that's a dope shoe. But I think like what's overly shadowed that is easily the military blues or the industrial blues, or what they're gonna call them. But we're gonna call them by the street name, because I think the military blue, Nike just, I guess, as many lawsuits they got out there, they're not trying to catch one back. Which, whatever, I can go all day on that. And then we have the Columbia 11s coming at the end of the year, supposedly, which is basically another concept of that same color. Too much coloring of that same baby blue.
Is this like the year of that, like the Carolina? You know what I'm saying? Because they are pushing that. Now that you say it, they are pushing that Carolina colorway. This year it seems.
Yeah, just a little bit too much.
But that's only 3 shoes. So would you really say that? But I mean, that is a lot, though. 3 is one too many. Right.
True, it is. I think at best they should have did 2. Pick one, and no disrespect, the 9s shouldn't have been it. Let them take a back seat.
Exactly.
No disrespect, right? Everybody can't go
because they got the olives already supposedly coming. So why do you
those drop? I'm gonna cop those because of, again, I'm in my nostalgia phase.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing that, and when I was referring to, there are some 9s that I do like. That would, that's one of them. Not to say that it's something that I would, go out of my way to get, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't not look at again.
Yeah, I feel you. The 9s overall, man, they got to get it right. It's hit or miss. It's either it's a super dope colorway or it's mediocre. Because that shoe, and I don't know if you've noticed, and I could be wrong, but I ain't seen nobody trying to collab on the 9.
Nah, I mean, if you really want to be honest about it, it's probably what the Chicago's, the Kilroy's, and these olives.
And the cool gray is good.
And the cool gray. I'm sorry. Yeah, so maybe those 4, and 2 of those being really the ones that people looking for, and I would say the Kilroys and the Chicago's, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And now, ironically, on to one of tonight's topics that we're going to touch on for sure before I touch the chat. Pretty much Nike is going to make less Air Force Ones, right? Okay. Now,
I know this got you.
yes, man, you reading me like a book again, because if you guys don't know, when asked the question, what is my favorite sneaker overall that I cannot live? If I got to give up my collection, whatever, God forbid, what am I going to keep? It's going to be a nice, fresh pair white forces, black forces, because you can't go. I don't care who you are, what you say, and y'all can, I will debate you until I pass out, right? That Air Force One is a safety shoe. Now I know they went up on price on it, but it used to be that shoe that was under $100. That if you need, you got something to come up. I don't care what it is. They can work for funerals. They can work for a wedding or whatever event. You got like, man, we got all these colors, man. You got to find a certain shoe like this to go with this. Pick that all white. All right, cool. No one want that one. Do the all black. Super versatility shoe.
It's funny because I almost picked up just an all black pair just because
you gotta have it, bro.
You know, and like I said, once again, that just goes into the fact of, you know, if you're somewhere and you see shoes, you can't like just walk out without something, you know. For in most instances, you know, even it doesn't have to be shoes. It could be socks, something. But if you're gonna go in a shoe store, most likely you're in there for a reason, you know.
Exactly. Every time I'm going there, I'm vlogging, but I'm leaving out with something. And
so whether it's this T-shirt they tried to upsell you or something, fine, I'll just take
I
it.
used to hate when they used to try to sell the rain repellent, like this stuff, put this on here, get wet, won't be no problem. Pause. I used to hate that joint. And I used to think it was a cleaner, but it was actually just one of those like you put it on, and they sell it through Reshoevenator and all that. Pretty much it's supposed to be repellent, so whatever touch it, just you can flick it off type of stuff.
Yeah, but what happens once the repellent wears off?
It's back to a regular.
It's not a forever thing. So I would assume that those stains are gonna come back worse than ever.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But we're gonna talk about that tonight. Nike can not discontinue, but they're gonna make less, and then they also are gonna go back. They're still talking this wholesale versus where they're gonna start selling their product themselves and cut out the middleman, so to speak. And then we will transition to StockX. Are selling I guess they had a pop-up shop or something like that, and apparently they were selling the quote-unquote hype shoes for a quote-unquote reasonable price. Now I'm very curious what StockX considers a reasonable price for a resale shoe like what they were advertising. It looked like was a Jordan 1 off-white. The blue joints, not the Chicago's, because the Chicago's not good. If you ain't got at least a strong foe to 6K, don't bother looking. That you willing to spend. I'm not saying don't have. I'm saying willing to spend, because you ain't negotiating that.
I mean, 4 is like, hey, I'm taking a hit right here.
Yeah, that's the reseller. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the reseller complaining if it's on the 4 and like side of things. It'd be happy to cut them somewhere in the middle between 4 and 6K, which means
I'm saying, yeah, he's still gonna. Man, I'm really taking a loss, but
I think I've seen those joints up in the double digits at one point before. And when I say double digits, I'm talking 10K. I think that's the max I've seen it. Now it's coming back down, but I wouldn't pay either.
Nah, all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna pay $4,000 for a shoe that I'm not gonna pay $4,000 for a shoe that I'm gonna use the same cleaner on that I paid $160 for. Like a shoe that I paid $160 for, I'm gonna use the same chemicals on that shoe, on that $4,000 shoe. So
I never
make that shoe that special.
I never paid that much for a shoe, but the shoes that I did, like, man, I'm really, I'm like, yo, you really got a problem type of price, right?
At the end of the day, it's gonna get dirty just like that shoe you paid.
I'm looking at the joints, I'm wearing it, and I'm like, this joint is dirty, and you can't. Even if you was to clean it every time after you wear the joint, you could easily still mess it up.
$4,000 don't make it any more cleaner. and it's not gonna stay any cleaner.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. So we're
you're
gonna
still
see
gonna
what
pull out the rejuvenator. You're still gonna pull out whatever cleaner you use. On that
I
shoe. Also,
wonder. I wonder what happened to Crep Protect because they still there, but no more like advertisement. Also, another thing I seen being advertised more now, which I'm assuming they're putting out, they're paying these people to promote them more, or like, hey, mention us. Is a resale company by the name of Poison. Which I'll probably do a different live on it, or maybe even test it.
I've seen Poison.
But I just also found out that, and allegedly in opinionated based or whatever, this is alleged, that they are owned technically by the same people that created TikTok. So I don't know if they're trying to like, okay,
Poison, and TikTok. It makes. I'm not gonna say it would make sense because that's
you're
just.
not
But
surprised.
I'm not surprised. A lot of the overs because TikTok is actually I think a Chinese based company.
I think so, and that's where the whole thing. I'm not gonna get on the political side of things,
Yeah,
but
exactly. But it's an Asian based company. Let's just say
yeah,
that.
something is causing this country to have an issue because of that. Is rubbing them the wrong way. I've seen that. So, and I see both.
Well, I've seen things where allegedly the their market, like especially their kids, they don't even see the same things that the American kids see.
I heard that as well. I
You
heard
know,
a lot of them. They don't even use. They don't won't let their kids use the joint.
and there's like shuts off after a certain point.
Oh wow.
Where here, an 11-year-old can be on there until 3 o'clock in the morning if he or she
I
wants.
mean, you know how it is over here, man. You know how we grew
Yeah.
up. I'll speak from I don't know about the generation now and the generation coming up under that, but our generation, like our people that was watching us, it was simple. Go play the damn game until you pass out. Just don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. But now it's like, go scroll on your phone. Don't bother me.
yeah, basically, now I seen one thing that we're having issues where because people look down on their phone so much, they're like doing studies on the back of the neck because that's becoming maybe a future issue of seeing people always hunched over all the time because they're always on their phone.
Yeah.
Just fun fact. I mean, I guess I'm speaking now, sounding like an old man. Let me touch the chat real quick, see what we got in the building, and then we'll get on the first night's topic about these Air Force Ones. Let's see, we got Emery Black in the building. Says, yo, what up?
Yo.
I am Divine, which says, yo, what's up? What up?
Yo.
What up, Divine? Kwame in the building says, yo, says, what's good, Divine? Got the salutes for Emery. Kwame says, had to dig my car out today. Got almost 2 foot of snow ice. Sheesh.
Yeah, man.
I saw you had them the boots on. Was those the beef and broccoli joints? I saw you been at the Discord. Shameless plug, by the way. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. But yeah, I saw you post that during the Discord today. We didn't get the snow here, Kwame. We got the rain, and I was telling Dunks, like, honestly, I guess the rain was so bad, which it seemed normal to me, but I lost power for like 3-4 hours today, bro.
Damn, 3 or 4. That's in today's times. That's
forever.
That's critical. Yeah, that's forever. Yeah, that's critical time right there. That 3 to 4 hour window. Like most people are like, like that's their whatever they do. What they do time.
I was so spoiled. I was like, man, what is everybody else? Which I know, like how my how my place is set up. I'm like, if mine, I know there's out. I stepped out. I'm like, man, all right. I looked around the neighborhood. I'm like, all right, there's out too. It better be. I better not be. They don't want nobody doing nothing better than me. But yeah. So I was like, all right, I gotta lay down. And that means like you've done what you can do. You can't do nothing else until the power. Like I couldn't upload my video today because y'all know normally I drop right on the top of the hour. I couldn't because I had to wait for the power. When the power came back on, it was 5 minutes at the top of the hour. There's no way I was gonna get it out in that within 5 minutes because you got to let the internet, I guess, quote unquote, sync back up. You know what I'm saying? So it took
another shameless plug. They don't say people don't think that you didn't drop today. It was just because of weather.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think everybody knows I'm gonna do my very best to put the content out there. Also, Air Max Day is coming the 26th. So I seen some, but we'll talk about that towards the end of the live too. But I did end up copping those, and I did show that in the Discord as well. The blue joints, because we got the red joints last year, the big bubble, and now they did the blue ones. But the blue ones really, it's women's sizing, even though it went to women's sizing. And I'm talking the sport blue because we had the sport red last year. Y'all know that's just my gym sneaker. What we were talking about behind the scenes dunks, I'm not gonna put that up. Remember, I told you I'm only copying a certain pair. I ain't putting that on the list as like a cop because that's like, that's like different. That's for the gym.
Have they showed up yet?
No, I just decided they dropped Friday, so I just literally purchased them Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just dropped Friday, and then Air Max Day is gonna be on the 26th. But I said, you got the red joints, man. You might as well get the blue joints. And at this point, it's clearly been over a year, and I do work out consistently, so I know I'm running through them. You're gonna look back and be like, you wish you would have copped them now, don't you? So I went on and just got that out the way. Let's see. I am Divine says to Kwame, salute. Divine says most likely everyone know in the hood gonna be rocking them. It's a hood shoe. The 9 joint, I will say I'll give it that one. Ironically, like I told Dunks before, this shoe is a specific family member had, and they kind of like threw it in my face at the time because they're technically 10 years younger than me, and they was basically flossing on something like, bro, like you a full grown adult, and I'm still, just now heading to high school,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was still in middle school technically when it's like, bro, why are you competing? You should be doing better than me. You can have a whole job. I can't. But anyway, yeah.
You should have a whole job.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, man, leave it alone, man, because that's another one too. Kwame says Nike should just make 2 to 3 colorway Air Force Ones, and that's enough with the odd stuff.
But wouldn't that get like boring? Just 3 colorways of Air Force Ones, white, black, and clearly those would be 2 of the 3.
Black, and then the red joint.
White,
red.
Black, and like I don't know, like a neutral. I don't know, like a gray.
Do a green.
Or do like Supreme, white, black, brown.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing some all brown forces. I'm not without that Supreme logo.
I'm sure clearly they exist because Supreme does it.
Exactly, because all they did was, I don't want to sound like a hater, man, but they just put their logo on and call it a day. But
all I got to say is, they did more than Travis did.
Yeah, that's sad. Anyway, I think with forces, I think they should continue to put them out. I know it's got to be a good money maker, and then also I think that I would still like to see some of the like collabs they did with the forces come back every now and then, like the Rockefeller joints. I would love to see those again.
No, but I kind of get their strategy on kind of where they're coming from because like obviously clearly Air Force Ones are the things that sells for them. But if they like say they cut that back, then they can just kind of see where they should focus more of their energy at. Because if they're just putting all that money into the Air Force Ones, then that's all going to sell. If they kind of mix it up and start to spread the distribution out evenly, then maybe they can make the money up elsewhere.
I'm just used to it always being a nice, available, convenient pickup.
I'm sure we won't notice the difference. Honestly, I guarantee you, we won't notice the difference.
So?
Nah. I just assume, like I say, that because you got to think, with more production means a lot more waste, which means a lot more money loss. Which like we've already discussed before. Like even if it's $1,000, they're gonna calculate where that $1,000 went.
Exactly.
So like I say, we all know like the more you produce, the more waste you have. So if they're coming at it from that angle, then that's a good thing to do too. But like I say, I don't think that the regular consumers will really notice that. I'm sure you'll still be able to walk in the store and get them if you want.
Yeah, true. Or maybe the stores you usually go to just go down
overkill, like they feel, because I'm sure these stores probably got the average store probably has 50 extra pair in the back distributed between the sizes, however you want to, you know,
however
say.
you want to do the math. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know if it's gonna push the resellers to be like, all right, go grab up every pair.
They've been there, done that. They saw what happened with that. I don't get why that was a thing, but I
That
mean,
bothered me, bro.
yes,
And what killed me with that situation is one person tried to justify it as like, yeah, I know it's effed up, but somebody got to do it. That's literally
all I got to say is if that's not the, I would never trust a resale Air Force One. That's like probably the easiest shoe to make next to the One.
Yeah, true.
You know, because it's just an all white shoe. Like you can't really, you know, I mean, it's hard to mess that up. There's no really discoloration you can do because Air Force Ones are already discolored anyway. So you know.
Yeah. That was a sad time for me, man. That was like, wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not falling for that. Let me see. Devon says at Kwame, salute. Read that one. Devon says, like I said, the powdered blues released at the wrong time. It should have been last year. Yeah, I can say that. They should have.
I don't even think last year would have saved them, honestly.
Yeah, I'll say they got to do the following year. Last year when done with dunks on this one, man. Last year when
I think you're right. 2021, 2022 would have been perfect. That would have. I'm not gonna say it would have made people like, I'm gonna get some nines now, but they would have done better probably than they did, you know, this time around. Especially, like I say, everybody is honestly waiting for these industrials. That's what everybody's waiting for right now. You know,
this is so funny.
and then especially after seeing these numbers, man, come on, man, I'm not getting nothing else. I'm waiting for those. You know,
Divine, somebody posted it in the Discord. I think it was Divine. What's the number? 500,000? 400,000. 480, right?
What? No, he's 875,000.
Oh, 800. Oh, I don't know what shoe
I'm saying. I'm saying this is the one that these resellers most likely probably been waiting on.
Oh hell no, man!
Bro, trust me, man. I guarantee you gonna see them. You gonna see them 450 price tags from the resellers. I guarantee you. Size 12 and 11, 10, 450. You know?
I'm not paying resale for those. I'm not.
People, I'm telling you, man, this the one they're gonna cash out on.
Nah, I don't think so, man. They're gonna try though. I know.
Exactly. I'm not saying they're going to. This is the one people are going to cash out on.
Yeah, this is gonna be their major attempt. They trying to make it on. Yep, I can see that. Kwame said Nike should just make 2 to 3 colorways. I think I read that one. Yeah, he said, okay, Nike should just make 2 to 3 colorway Air Force Ones, and that's enough. With the odd stuff, I think I read that one. Let's see. Devon says, you right, Polo. The 9s feel like a boot, and you could even say the Jordan 6s is heavy shoe to some degree. Yeah, the 9s is a heavy shoe. 6s is a heavy shoe. 8 heavy shoe. It feels like a boot as well. 7s. No, 7's actually pretty light. 7s are light. The 2 could feel like a boot as well. The 2, this is my thing, right? A little bit of off mode while we on mode. Nike, just accept that the 2 was a fucking fail. Period. Overall, and I'm not taking shots at the people that like the 2s, but as you're like, they keep trying to throw them at us, like, hey guys, how about this and this and this? Like, no, the 2. And I know why Nike's mad about the 2 when they keep trying to throw it on us. If you do the research on that shoe, that is the shoe they went and got it made over like in Italy. It was made in Italy because they wanted the better quality. 2s, nobody said the quality wasn't there. Just the overall design just ain't it, bro.
Not made in Italy, no.
I don't know. But I'm saying that's why they keep saying, like, man, this one they were expecting to take off work better than the 1, but it didn't, you know. But this is my thing, like, bro. We'll focus on 1 through 14. 1s hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, like 6s in the middle, 11s hit, right? You know what I'm saying? Off the top of the dome, like 12s. No matter how you slice and dice it, they for the hood hit. So if we got out of 14 models, 6 shoes hit, and I know there's way more Jordans. There's some Jordans after the 14, but we're talking the main thing that we focus on. That's a this right here is your easy over at least 30, 40 billion dollars. You all right, but I know it goes back to that room, like, to me, that's good. To them, hey, if we don't touch 100 billion, we shouldn't be going down. So I get it. But yeah, to agree with you, Devon, yes, that shoe is a heavy shoe. It's like a boot. It says can't go wrong with the Air Force One. It's a big staple in the community. Fact. That is a fact. Let's see. Kwame says 6 are definitely a heavy shoe. They feel like boots, most definitely. They listen, compared to the 9s, it's light. And I'll tell you another one that feel like a boot low key. And they didn't used to feel like a boot, but now they do. Is the 11th. Mainly when they started doing that high patent leather cut, it started to feel more like a boot. When it had that low patent color leather, it didn't feel like a boot. But the high patent leather cut, it feels like a boot now a little bit. They still fire though, and I'm still gonna wear mine, but they do feel like a boot if we're gonna keep it 100. Let's see. Kwame says gotta have at least 1 to 2 Air Force One in a collection in a classic. Facts. I to be honest, and I know there's an exception to the rule. I feel some type of way of a person who consider themselves like a sneakerhead, sneaker collector, or they into sneakers, and you don't have at least 1 pair of Air Force Ones. I don't even care what color. You need to have a pair of Air Force Ones. And people like, I have seen some, I just don't like Air Force Ones, and have all these sneakers behind them. Like, yes, you, like, I don't know. You defeat the purpose of collecting to me.
You got the Travis Scott Air Force Ones, right?
Yeah, exactly. That person, yeah, that's a diehard hype beast.
I'm saying, but I'm saying for someone to say that they don't like Air Force Ones, I can clearly see those behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like I said, man, the Forces is just a classic shoe, and I agree with Kwame on that one. No hype in the building says Yee just got home, had to grab tree for the live.
Nope.
Hope y'all having a good Saturday. Appreciate that. No hype. Not mad at that because pretty much y'all know. Yeah, I mean, this is a weekend, man. If you off or when you get off from work, you don't deal with everything. I look at this. If you've done everything you need to do, why not take a break? And that's just all I'm saying. You got to relax sometimes and treat yourself. No pun intended. No hype says, yeah, because if you remember the change, the World 9s dropped over the pandemic and did well. Everything over the pandemic, bro, did well. I don't care what and that's the problem that came with the game now. 2020 to 2020, I'll say 2020 to late 2022 had everybody feeling like they could be a businessman and be a reseller, bro. Point blank, period. Because they're like, man, yeah, anybody can sell shoes. Like, and they don't even know the game. They're just buy this everything. If you get it and you're the sole owner of majority of the pairs, just flip it back for double that. You made your money back and then some. Yeah, not worth it to me, but a lot of people saw it was worth it, because I knew that some tell me though. I'm gonna put it this way: if it's a get rich quick scheme or get rich like quick scheme, pretty much by the time you probably catch on, the money's already dried up and it's over with. It's like a fad.
Yeah,
it's a fad.
By the time you find out the people who already knew are done.
Exactly. Let's see. No hype says, yeah, because if read that one, let's see. Kwame says, I remember the all red Air Force One were resale like 200 during COVID. People are tripping. I didn't even know they reached because I got them joints because I just like red. I'm like, I gotta have these. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that. I see the Pandas. Some people still trying to push them at 300. When reality is, damn well, you can go on the Nike app and get those right now. So, yeah, I don't know what makes some people. I know I've seen some resellers and like people come to us for the experience. Bro, I'm sorry, it ain't that deep for me. Pause. Kwame says no more GR resale for me ever again. Hey, facts. I agree with that. It says 7s are underrated. They comfy shoes. They super comfortable, but definitely underrated. They don't get enough love like they should. I agree with that one to the fullest. Let me share my screen, get to this first topic, and then we'll go ahead and transition into the StockX situation. Let me share the screen here. Boom. So it looks like less more Nike will make less Air Force Ones. The swoosh will shift production towards newness and innovation. So I guess they're going to focus more on trying to make people wanting to buy shoes again versus just putting out the same old shoe is what I'm getting from this. Again, let me read through this. It says, in the earnings called on March 21st, Matt Friend and Nike EVP and Chief Financial Officer stated that the brand will scale back on classics, including the Air Force Ones. We are the modest of shifting product portfolio towards newness and innovation. Given the way consumers are responding to our new product journeys, even more predominant environment, we have decided to accelerate our actions. For example, we are pulling back supply of classics such as the Air Force One. I don't know, man. I don't see why mess with some. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So maybe Nike's trying to do something different, but I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I mean, like you said, we probably won't even notice it. But we'll
Yeah, and also, like I said, Air Force Ones probably aren't selling how they want. So why produce what's not selling? You know.
Yeah, true. I mean, if anything, this year we're gonna slow down production. I don't
And,
feel like
and it's also another one of those things, like, you know, when you see so much of something, it kind of becomes boring to you because you know, at one point it was like, oh man, Air Force Ones, you know, but now it's like to walk in and to be able to just see them every time, it kind of takes that, you know, it kind of takes that away from them for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they're gonna always be readily available. You know, so you're gonna overlook them. You know.
Yeah, true. It says the decision arrives just a few years after the Air Force One celebrated its 40th anniversary in 2022. So if we're in 2024 now, it should be 42 years, I guess. It says as Nike moves toward newness and innovation, the rising cost of sneakers, especially the Air Force One, could have influenced the decision to scale back on one of the most influential sneakers of all time. That is a fact. A game changer sneaker, man. No matter how you slice and dice it. And people get mad when I give that answer, like, what's your favorite sneaker of all time? And that was gonna be the number one for me, you know? And we can take it right to music real quick when I be getting upset when people say Jay-Z, but I can see like how I picked that Air Force One is how people pick Jay-Z for number one. I get it. You know, I may not have to like it, just like people don't like my answer. You don't have to like it, but I think Air Force One, and it's just my opinion, will be the number one shoe of all time. You know?
Yeah.
As far as overall, like, is it the best shoe? Like, no, the best shoe the average person don't got. But is we got to pick overall that everybody could have access to fairness, and that's the Air Force One. Like, ain't no way you can beat around the bush on that one. It says for years the Air Force One was priced at $90 until 2020 when it reached $100. A basic pair now costs $115. That was another thing that bothered me too, man. I missed the $90 price tag. I haven't bought an Air Force One since they raised the price on it. Because at $90, like I said, bro, if you got $100, you can get a pair of Air Force Ones. Now you need 100. You need 125. You know, if we're gonna include taxes.
Yeah.
I'm just what? I'm not. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Nah.
But I know why you laughing because it sounds weird, right? It sounds weird because we was used to that was the best shoe. And think about this. How many years did Air Force One come in those videos of people that make like the best shoes under $100 right now? You know what I'm saying? You can't say that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is my thing though. On the resale market, they should. At that point, you might as well try to see if you can get somebody willing to get rid of their pairs for it.
Because $130 is pretty much what you're paying now. Back then, you know, that $130 would have got you the Air Force Ones, a pair of socks, and maybe a shirt. You know.
Exactly. That was a whole. Yeah, that was a whole fit back then. That was a whole fit. Now you can't. You know what I'm saying? Don't. If you ain't got $200, you ain't finna get a decent fit. And I'm talking that's with the forces at 115 now. Now you got hey, you better find a nice shirt for the low.
Got that Nike shirt, those socks, and the Air Force Ones back in the day, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a win-win back then. Now, the inflation ain't no joke. Let me read through the rest of the article. It says, arriving in 1982, the Nike Air Force One was a game changer for the young brand, being the first to deliver Nike Air cushioning to basketball shoes. So I don't even look at a Force as a basketball shoe, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah, at one point it was the Air. I mean the highs.
Yeah, true. It's just hard to like think about that. Then it says the shoe was the focal point of a significant Nike advertising campaign that incorporated 6 of the top NBA players of the time, including Moses Malone. Let's see who goes on to win an NBA title while wearing the Nike Air Force One. So, I mean, the shoe is a time like that's the best way I can describe an Air Force One. It's freaking timeless, bro. It's freaking timeless.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Next to just the straight up running department, I'm gonna say that there probably hasn't been a shoe that Nike released that hasn't touched the basketball court. You know.
Yeah, true. I mean, because that
everything, especially in that early '80s, '90s era.
Yeah.
You know, damn near everything they created was for basketball or for either track.
Yeah. I mean, Nike don't came a long way, bro. And we're gonna keep it. I don't want to take nothing away from them, but it's kind of funny just seeing that. No hype in the building says, I remember when custom Gucci Air Force Ones were the ish back in the early 2000s, at least on the West Coast. I remember we had some custom stuff too. I didn't hate it, but I didn't go after it either. Like I remember, ironically, Dunks, I remember one of your family members when they had the joints, the Air Force One with the dollar signs all over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that, come on, that was a custom, but it was a thing. It was a moment, I don't know, man. I couldn't get down with the custom stuff too much, man. It was just kind of.
You also had the Tuskegee Air Force One mids, which never came in lows. They were only in mids, if I remember correctly. Somehow those were lows.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. You couldn't tell him that he wasn't clean though. Like, bro, you might as well just call him out his name. He'd be like, "Yo, the not real, not fake." Nobody wasn't even thinking about that back then. I was like, man, that's a force. We didn't care. You know what I mean? We was also in high school, like. Man, the good old days for sure, man. Let's see. No Hype says you'd see them everywhere. I'd like certain ones for sure. And Dunks, he's laughing at you for sure. Says I didn't even know fakes were a thing. Nobody that's a lot.
Customs, I say, because they were just I'd say they were honestly real Air Force Ones. They were just probably painted over,
Yeah, like it's one of those,
especially back then in that era when they were still 90 and and obviously we were younger kids then, so foots were a lot smaller, so you were probably getting even less than that, getting them for even less than that. So like I say, especially like I say, so obviously these were fakes, so we were going to get them for 60, 70,
Yeah, the price, and it's like it's one of those. Hell, the price was handwritten on them. Wasn't no printout, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had the little
just wrapped up in plastic with the little marker writing on it.
Yeah, exactly. That was the hood right there, the hood store, and people bought them. I know he wasn't even the only person with them. In our area. Let's see. No Hype says they are real, just customized all white Air Force One.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. Hence why it's like, bro, because I remember it was ironically, it wasn't that many pairs, and then the pairs that was there, it just happened to be that person's size. crazy. I'm just saying, like, wow, like how lucky can we be?
Hey, I mean,
That shit.
look at the draw.
Yeah. Corby says, I see a lot of airbrush all white Air Force One customs. It's a thing. That was a wave back then, and I'm glad it kind of died down and went away though. To be honest. For me, I couldn't get jiggy with it, but it was a thing, and a lot of people caught on and did it. It says the shoe king.
Yeah, I think it had to be a thing. Even Off-White did it. So
yeah, Off-White hit different though.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Virgil brought something better to the table though. Like
he airbrushed the side of the shoes just like the common person did. Just because it was the Off-White made it better. It's still, airbrush custom on the side.
Yeah, the airbrush.
How popular that was.
The difference is the airbrush joint is one of those. Say like if it was like they wrote green on it, you could see where it wasn't like the green would fade because they had to carry the brush over it.
Well, clearly, they didn't use high quality paints. And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But Virgil brought the real stuff to it, and that's what it is. I know what you're saying. It's just a premium version of the airbrush sneakers or Air Force Ones, but
that culture was so popular that it carried over that far.
Yeah. True.
The airbrush, wow, the airbrush era, man.
Yeah, I remember they used to do it all over the Tim boots too.
Oh man, that shit was crazy, man. Like people would, you would get the whole Dookie Cat airbrushed on that shoe, bro. Like what?
I remember people having the shoe, the shirt, pants, and I think they did even a damn belt at one point, bro. Like to keep it 100, that shit was it got out of hand, bro. I think it just got out of control, man. But it had its way.
At one point, them airbrushers were the shoe cleaners of the mall.
Oh, hell yeah, they were. Hell yeah.
Yo, bro, I see you with your lady. Yo, why don't you get a shirt made?
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
They had his shirts on in this airport. They
I can make it in 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, I know. Them boys, them people that had them the booths outside of the stores, they hustlers, man. Hey, hustlers, and I told y'all last time I did a mall vlog when I went to go pick up. I'm almost positive. Nah, when I went to go pick up them 11s, I don't know what the hell. I even picked up the 11s or the 4s. Homie caught me with the shoe cleaner joint, and it wasn't like Crep Protect and Rejuvenator. It was his own brand, everything. And both his nose pierced like boom, boom. I never forget it.
Oh, like gauges or just like piercings?
Just regular piercings, like brown joint. And he had the cap on, trucker bent, and like, yo, my man. He literally, this is my thing. Look, when he said, yo, my man, he threw the pack in my hand. You got some nice, like, as he's talking, he's already he's let it go in my hand. Like, I could take off and run. But I guess, I'm so shocked and startled. Like, what the hell is this dude talking about? And I'm looking, you have no choice but to look down. It's like, man, you see, you got your flat kicks. You just picked up the new kicks, man. Like, he already has his game plan ready to go, man. Go ahead and let's show these joints how you can protect them and make them last way longer than they're supposed to, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother was brother. Yeah, I'm like, bro.
Should have said that. That would have put, like, on the iPhone, would put the 2 exclamation points in my huh? My brother. Okay, I see what you want.
Yo, and then he couldn't keep his hands still, so he's like boom, boom, and then
he talked with his hands, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So he like, bro, what I tell you, and like I ain't gonna lie, like I was like not on the level I am now, but I was kicking back, chilling or whatever. So like, hey, I'm on my way out the mall and just boom, and like how a person see you, like I try not to make eye contact with them in the mall because if you do, they're talking to you. Don't look at them. If you just hear it, just keep going. Just like, because they're gonna say, "Hey yo," are my favorite one. They're like, "Hey boss, hey yo boss." I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm not your fucking boss. Yo, get the hell on.
It's not them, it's the jewelry guys. Like, hey man, you got nice shoes. Why don't you get you some nice jewelry to go with it? Nah, I'm cool, bro.
And then there was another one where it's the chicks. They be trying to get the cologne sales too.
Man. God. They went as far as this. Just fuck being in the store. We just got to do it in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Like they have, it looks like like the movies where they had the bullets like strapped across like in an X, except it'd be full of like colognes. Like this just like the Diddy joint, bro. But I'm like, you look at it like How the hell you get
No,
it?
bro, this shit look like piss.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
You know?
it's the oils too, and
This
they're
shit
like,
just straight yellow. This shit look like a drunk man's piss. Come on, what you talking about?
they really be hustling that. And then if it
Yeah,
ain't
get out of
that,
here.
they do the hell, it's they damn near everything. Like, oh, bro, you got your beard. Come here, let me show you something. Like, bro, all
I'm
right.
definitely not gonna put your man-made chemicals on my face.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'll be like, I should be like, bro, so you got a beard? Yeah, and I'm trying to keep it too. Get the
Yeah,
fuck away.
exactly, bro. I
Yeah.
just said, God damn, hell nah. I your shit look like a fucking frog skin, like all fucking warts and everything in that shit, bro. Hell no, I don't want your fucking homemade chemicals.
You wow, bro. No hypes, laughing. He says facts. Kwame says the all white shoe a must have no matter what silhouette. Um, I'm gonna say it. If it's all white, it's got to be the forces. And I get what you're saying, Kwame. All white does work with every silhouette, but the forces to me is still like overall king for the best all white shoe of all time. You know, anything else to it is like I just look at it like you got that from the forces, man. You even if
But
it's Nike's own
the only
product.
thing, this is my only gripe about forces, especially unless if you're wearing shorts. Those socks better be, they better match those shoes. That's you know what I'm saying. That's all I got to say, bro.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I don't think it can be done. I know what you're getting at. No matter what socks you wear with them shits, unless you better get a fresh pair of church socks. That's the
No,
only way.
I'm saying
That's the only
because
way.
you're gonna most likely wear white socks with your white Air Forces. So I'm saying your socks better be as white as your Air Forces.
Nope, don't do it to yourself because it's not gonna. You're not gonna. No sock has matched that. So every sock, even if it's fresh out the pack, it looks like, bro, Enforce is clean, but wrong for wearing them dirty ass socks, and they could be fresh out the washer and dryer. Like the best way to get out of that, you got to get the church sock joints. Like because I had a couple events I had to attend. I wear the forces with my quote unquote dress up, but I put on. I was like, finally gave it a chance. I put on like the Sunday socks joints. I'm like, oh, now I don't. Now everybody know, like, okay, cool, them church socks. They know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't. Putting on a regular pair of like two socks, huh?
With shorts, church socks, and Air
Oh,
Forces with shorts.
well, you can't do it with no short. You
You
better.
know what I'm saying? That's nasty,
You gotta
bro.
do.
Come
Oh,
on.
well, with the short, you have no choice. But
Yeah, I mean, I get it with pants, with long pants. But I thought you meant with shorts. I was like, damn, what you on, man?
My bad, bro. Nah, when I was short, hell no, man. I wish I would.
Yeah, bro, what you fooling over here, man?
Hey, I almost said the wrong thing, but yeah, you gonna look at me like, yo, what the whatever you smoking,
Nah, but
I don't want to be on it,
But yeah, sheesh, man. But yeah, this is all, just a rule of thumb. If you are gonna wear all whites with shorts, you gotta do, like I say, like damn near ankle socks, or your socks better be damn near bleached.
You gotta do the no-show joint. I do the no-show.
I don't know, man. I'm just not a no-show guy. I
know you always why. It's bothered me because like all I've worn is no-show, and you're like, I'm just not a no-show guy. What's wrong with them?
It's just I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just not for me,
This guy, man, always being difficult, man. Let me read the rest of this article, and then we'll touch on the StockX situation, and we'll talk upcoming releases and get on up out of here. It says the shoe came and went the year it debuted, but due to the demand from 3 retailers in NYC, which is New York City, Philly, and Baltimore, the Nike Air Force One was brought back in 1984 and has been on the market ever since, with easily more than 5,000 colorways under its name, and remains as one of the top-selling Nike models of all time. I hear
literally there is not. Show me a person that can bring me an outfit that an Air Force One won't match.
Thank you. That's all I've been trying to say, bro.
Like I say, for one, you got the all white and the all black, so that automatically just those two alone are gonna go with anything you try to put on.
Exactly.
Then so imagine those other 5,000 colorways, or what four? I'm sorry, the other 4,000 and X amount, whatever.
4,998.
Yeah, so show me another. Just there's nobody that can argue me, or nobody can argue the Air Force One.
No, you cannot argue on Air Force One, and I wish people would stop. I hate the people that say like, "Yo, this is true. This shouldn't be here."
And that's not even counting like the collabs they've done.
Yo,
The ones that they've only dropped a limited pair of.
When you think about it, right? To not just continue to ride the Air Force One like nuts or whatever, pause. But it's also been the shoe where what did Bape get their idea from for their joints, right? How many people will try to make their own version of the Air Force One, and Nike had to come after the kids and tell them who's boss? That silhouette is so monumental. Everybody's tried to make so many of their own versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably, could easily say be one of the most quote unquote easy, most customizable shoes.
And you saw people take the swoosh off and put stars, matchsticks,
guns,
French fries,
guns,
faces, guns. Everything has been recreated from that swoosh. So yeah, it's definitely a big influential shoe throughout the decades.
And I'm just gonna say this: as you brought up that one that they did the Sun joint, I absolutely positively hate whoever did that.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You said they don't put everything on that swoosh like a star. Whoever did the star joint or the Sun joint, you said the star joint is Bape, but whoever took it to the joint where they did the Sun, that one pissed me off. Mm-hmm. I hate whenever that comes up. I don't know. I don't know.
Butterfly.
The butterfly I hate that one. That was not needed. Bro, sometimes sometimes you gotta know when to just let it go. Let's see. Kwame says the all-white Air Force One gotta be most worn shoe at the clubs. True. Like I said, the shoe is too versatile. It's one of those true shoes where it's like you can dress it up or dress it down, however you want to go, player. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with it. No Hype says definitely no show with certain fits. That's what I be doing, a no show joint. But you can't do that at a church event though. I tried that. That didn't look right. It was weird. Let's see. Let me hit the rest of the article real quick, and then we'll transition to the StockX joint. It says expect to see fewer Air Force Ones on the shelves and sites in the upcoming months. So pretty much that's what the end of that article is. So let's transition to StockX real quick. And then we will talk upcoming releases after this and probably touch on maybe just a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap things up for tonight. StockX is selling rare sneakers at huge discounts in its first sample sale. Dunks, is StockX trustworthy after the claims that we've covered over, like, I guess we're going to say it a couple years now that we've been doing this, of how many Nike's put the lawsuit out there for the quote-unquote alleged fakes that they're selling. Do we want to see they got up on the screen here an all-white Air Force One. No, an all-white Air Jordan 1. No matter how you slice and dice it, you're not getting a shoe for on the low end side of things. On the blue joints, you may get 800. If you go for those Italian, European joints or whatever they was, that's thousands.
For the all-white, off-white?
Yeah, the off-white, yeah.
So you asked how I feel about this whole thing they're doing?
Yeah, do you think, my thing is this, would you trust that, you pull up, we're going to sell the hype shoes, quote unquote, at a nice, healthy discount, which I'm very curious what the discount is, because like I said, you need, at minimum, you're going to need $1,000 for an off-white Air Jordan 1.
I just feel like I say, it's just one of those things where, like I say, damage has already been done, and they just try to like stay on the radar and get back in people's good graces by offering deals and or discounts or pop-up things like that. When, like I say, the damage has already been done. So whether the shoe is real or not, people just not willing to take that chance. And I see it almost kind of like say like this: if you go to a restaurant and an outbreak happens, and obviously everybody knows about it. Clearly most people aren't going to go back to that restaurant, but you're still going to have those few people that still go there and say, "Oh, the food's still good." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Chipotle.
that's how I feel about StockX right now. It's one of those things where something like that happened. It kind of turned everybody away from it, but you still get those few here and there people that's keeping the lights on for them.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, because some people still cop from StockX.
Yeah,
Like, yo, and
somebody still is because they're still in business.
my thing is this: I saw in the Discord yesterday. um, Somebody was like, "Yo, I got went on and cop these off StockX, and StockX still saved this at a
I'm
third."
not going to knock StockX, and I'm not going to say that it's fake or real. I'm not, obviously. Uh, it's just like I said. It's just up to you if you want to. Like I say, honestly, if people want to take that gamble, you're gonna take that gamble with eBay, Goat,
Yep.
StockX, all of them. Honestly, it's just that, like I say, none of these other places have really come out with bigger scandals than this StockX one. Obviously, none of them are perfect, and they've all got their issues. We've seen what Goat has done. People wrong too, but just StockX just kind of did it on a bigger scale, and not to mention how they even did Nike themselves by trying to sell things that Nike didn't approve.
That's where they effed up. To keep it 100. That's where they messed up because Nike wasn't paying attention what they was doing. Until they started doing that, like, oh, hey, man, we got our own plan, and you dropping stuff. You can't do that. Reselling our product is one thing. You can't resell our product that don't exist. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, we
that.
didn't approve this. You guys made this.
Yeah, exactly. Um, let's see. No Hype says, I sell on StockX a lot, so at least those pairs are real.
Hey, and like I say, you don't have to just be a buyer on there. There's still, like I say, like exactly, there's still users that use it. I'm not gonna say it's completely dead. Like I said, because it could just be the sellers that's keeping it alive. The
Mhm.
buyer end of things are a little bit weaker.
Yeah, because I think if we go across the fees, like I think Goat has the higher seller fees, and then I think StockX runs promotion. They were like the second most highest, but they run low promotions and like, hey, sell through this week and between this time and fees cut in half. They do little deals like that. So I think they still get a
And that's
lot of.
probably where people most likely go to sell, that or eBay, I would assume.
Yeah,
And purchasing more is on the GOAT, eBay, or just straight up retail and of things.
yeah. And y'all know eBay is pretty much my weapon of choice. You really got to pick your poison if you really want it. But I know I've turned a lot of people over to eBay, and I'll say this: what y'all get when y'all search stuff is actually pretty cleaned up compared to what I used to get. I remember, like, bro, you literally did have to take some coffee, like how StockX was taking shots at them at one point in their ads, like, usually cop them the shoe you want, get a grain of coffee, search for 3, 4, 5 hours, and pray that you pick the right one. Now, honestly, whatever shoe you pretty much looking for, when you narrow it down to your size, you got 3 pages to go through. Like, it's like a real live, StockX is real live, but you got a stock image. That's my only thing that bothered me with them. But I know you did crop a shoe from there, and I know you got. And like I said, it depends on what you're trying to cop. I wouldn't drop 100,000 on those Louis Vuittons on there. I know that.
Yeah, nah.
That's a different ball game. But also, if you got that type of money, you most likely know somebody who got that won the auction.
Mm-hmm.
At that point. Um, let's see. Kwame says, I think StockX still fine for most stuff, especially 2023 to 2024 releases. Yeah, because 2023 to 2024 releases, majority of those have been sitting. Ain't nobody checking for that.
So I think honestly, is honestly, I say it's okay to buy from now. Especially if you're just going for just the GR things anyway. But like I said, if you start to get into the more exclusive things, like obviously if you're trying to go for, like I say, some dunks or something that came out in, like, let's say 2010, most likely you're not getting an authentic pair of 2010 SBs, because they most likely back then SBs were used for what they were for.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. Nobody was just, especially SBs. Nobody was just saying, "Well, hey, these are gonna be worth something in 14 years." You know,
Yeah,
you
true.
know what I'm saying? So,
True.
you know, unless, like I said, unless it's just those off instances, like you say, with the P rods and stuff. You know, like I think about what the P rods came out in 2010. Would you take the chance on getting some?
Nah.
Would you just for durability wise and for authenticity wise? Would you trust that? You know.
Yeah, that's
So
a
you know
different
what I'm
ballgame.
saying. You know, people. If you're trying to go backtrack for stuff like that, then you're most likely not gonna get that from StockX. If you do, I guarantee you, you know, Nike didn't make it, but you know.
Yeah. Or I didn't have that Nike stamp approval.
Hmm.
No Hype says, I'm waiting on the next 50% off seller fees to sell my next pairs. See, I told you they do that. They gonna get you. That's my thing. Money talk at the end of the day, bro. And money literally make people do a lot of things. Like also when we was talking behind the scenes about the poison joint, where you starting to see poison to come more and more up, like to let them be the quote unquote let us do the authentication and buy from us trustworthy type of situation. They're trying to get up because they're paying advertising, you know, and when you pay for advertising, it's going to be all. If you're searching in that market of anything shoe related, they paid to put and be in the algorithm like anything shoe, it's us next to it, you know.
Hmm.
Put the stuff on the top selling shoes everybody want, but really truly don't want to spend that. I'm not gonna say can't afford, but don't want to spend that amount of money on a shoe. Let me read through the rest of this article and then we'll talk up and coming releases and we'll wrap things up here tonight. Sneaker and streetwear marketplace StockX is hosting its first ever sample sale, offering some of the most coveted sneakers at huge discount. StockX sample sale will go down this weekend at its Soho drop-off location in New York City. It says for grabs are over 250 sneakers, apparel, and collectibles with prices up to 40% of their retail prices. StockX explains that the items being sold did not fit the criteria of being dead stock, which is why they're listed at a huge discount. I'm very curious what they actually. I'm hoping to see an update to because I don't got no
I
image.
mean, I'm curious as what they mean. What they mean by not fit the criteria of dead stock, because that could be a broad statement, and that could mean a lot. You know.
Dead stock has I'll say two major meanings. Dead stock, what we grew up on means like it's stock that we got in the stock room that you can't sell, like nobody wants to buy it. But in today's terminology with the sneaker community, dead stock means brand new, unworn, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, brand new, unworn, basically like a brand new shoe, a brand new, unworn hype shoe, basically.
Or in that case, they could mean like B grade, you know, or some
Yeah,
shit like that. You know.
yeah. So that's my thing with that. So the dead stock
Hmm.
term can be slightly confusing if you really depending on which area you came through. Um, it says some of the notable sneakers that will be up for grabs are the University Blue Off White Air Jordan 1, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 4, and the 2015 version of the Chicago Jordan 1. Now, I would have liked to grab those. It says, among many others, StockX mentions that the first 75 guests in line for the opening will have the best chances of securing um, a phenomenal amount of pairs. So they doing everything right to get people in there because I mean you're gonna show up whether you believe in StockX or not. Now you're like, hey, bro, I don't care. Let's
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, especially if you want it for the toe. StockX is they're using that like I guess you can say how some companies come into like rural areas, like where we grew up, where we'll put one here, lower the prices in the area for everything, get the other guys out of business, and then everybody come back to us and we'll jack the prices up again. You know,
Yeah.
StockX been in the game that long and have made it to that level where they can drop the prices of their competitors to make it harder for them to compete. And then if they get them thinking they can get them to close 2, 3, 4 stores or just shut down completely, now they want to come to monopoly guys for the sneaker community, you know. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I said, Nike's already been once Nike put it out there in a lawsuit allegedly. It's been I know they felt that that was a hard stab. Um, Pause. StockX first sample sale will take place Saturday, March 23rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. EST and will run until Sunday, March 24 from 12 to 4 p.m. So if you're in the New York area and you know where this pop-up place is, you could be getting some heat, but they said, yo, you probably ain't gonna get the real heat that we had on
When
sale.
is it?
It was happening today and tomorrow.
Oh, yo, bro, people were lined up since Thursday, probably.
God damn. Yeah, it was today and tomorrow. So
Oh,
I'm
people
pretty
probably
sure.
started lining up Thursday. I
I'm
guarantee
pretty
you.
sure though, whatever off white that was there is gone. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
At
it's
this
caught.
point, everything most likely gone. There's no
Yeah,
point to even show up tomorrow.
yeah. So I mean, it ain't gonna hurt the look, but let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk upcoming releases, and we'll talk wrap things up for tonight. We've been on this joint going on an hour and 27 minutes, so we're gonna close it out at the end of the night, right at that. Let's see. I seen the Atlanta Air Maxes Air Max 95. They're supposed to be pulling up. I'm not mad at those. Now that I've been looking at those, I don't know if you've got a chance to look at those or not. Have you?
I've seen them.
What are your thoughts on those? I think they're clean. And I'm gonna share my screen again for you guys can see this. This is those joints coming up. The ATL Air Max 95. They got me thinking, bro. That's where my mind is at. You know, as you can see, I'm mumbling because I'm thinking. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about them?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
I don't know, man. They're looking pretty all right. You know, like
All right. Just nah.
maybe for like I ain't gonna say for retail, you know, but
I just think it's that probably like the gray that's throwing me off. Like it's not, or maybe it's like one of those colors. I'm looking, and this is just me going off the memory. If I remember correctly, it's the gray color, or maybe it's like that maroonish color. So I don't know. Maybe those colors just. When I think of ATL, I don't think of those colors. You know?
Yeah, true. I do think of
like the dunk they did, the ATL dunk. That kind of fitted you more.
I'll give that one better. The Killer Mike joints.
No. Just the dunks. Remember they were ATL and they were like red. They were like really red and like they were like kind of oranges.
I think I know what you're talking about. They did those, but then they did the rock.
They did the Run the Jewels. Yeah, I wasn't really rocking with those either, but you know.
I ain't gonna lie, I tried for them, but I'm glad they stopped that little scratch off joint where you gotta scratch off. That's annoying. Hey, they
were gonna, they were one of those here today, gone tomorrow. Guarantee you, ask that same person about those shoes. They're gonna be like, "What? Oh, those? You know what I'm saying? They forgot that they got them."
It wasn't timeless. Let's see. Kwame says them Air Max 95s clean and hopping for an Air Max Day surprise, but I probably just the Royals. The Royals, man, I picked those guys up. I'm waiting for them to get in right now. So y'all know I got that. I did pick something else up on the resale market finally. Like my first resale sneaker pickup of this year. And to be honest, after live, I hate when I look at it because they're gonna always recommend something else that you want, even that you didn't think you wanted. But now I'm thinking about it. But anyway, y'all dunks, you won't be surprised, but a lot of you probably will. Definitely can't wait to get that one to show you guys. Also, let me touch the chat again real quick. Says no hype, so no hype says those are dope. They had the Air Force One too. Oh, they did. They had an Air Force One Atlanta joint. I think so. And then no hype says the dunks and the Air Force One dropped the same time. The ATL joints. Okay, yeah, I think I remember something like about that for sure, for real. Let's see. We have that, and then I've seen this is going to be a Georgia peach colorway for the Air Jordan 3. I don't see these making any crazy moves. They don't look bad, but at the same time, I don't see that's going to be a high demand shoe. The Georgia peach joint, and I know we got the Travis joints, and then what do we have coming? Anything in particular we got coming next week that's going to stand out? Let me double check on sneakers real quick. I think because those powder.
Not next week. Well, I guess the highlight for like the week after is going to be what those Pollen 4s.
I'm good on those, bro.
Yeah, you know.
I'm good on those, brother. Yeah, because I'm looking at it. They are gonna do those airship PE joints, so those could be I don't know. That's the one with the my year joints, the green joints, and then and then the pollen 4 joints. So nothing really crazy on the radar, man. So to be honest, if you're looking at some on the resale market, probably gonna be if you try budget wise, friendly wise for me. I'm gonna speak for myself. Go ahead and get that out the way now. Why it's got a clean slate of nothing really crazy coming out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to spend that extra dollar or two on something that you really want in the collection that you like, this is my thing. Buy now. You know, buy now on that resale market. That's what I'm about to do. Go and get this other one out the way, and then I know that that by the time the stuff that I want, like those industrial blues, come out, I'll be back in a safe space where, not that I don't have the money, but I can spend it, and because I don't put it, or now I'm back comfortable again. You know?
No, yeah, of course.
Just trying to put it like that. And I ain't speaking on everybody's pockets. I'm speaking on mine. Y'all see how I spend carefully. Let me hit the rest of the chat, and then we'll close things out for tonight. Let us put me back on the main screen real quick. We're gonna put us both back on here. Boom. But yeah, man, this was definitely a good one. Let me read the rest a little bit in the chat, and then we'll wrap things up for tonight. Let's see. No Hype says pass on the 3s. Says those sulfur 4s or something. Yeah, we talking about those yellow the pollen joints. Kwame says I don't hate the 3s. They got spring coming. Yeah, true. You got spring coming. No Hype says, Kwame, there's no need for the aged midsole. That's my only beef with those. I agree. That's what makes me upset with them too. No Hype is I'm not mad at the color choice for the Georgia peach colorway, but that overly aged look, let it go. It's over with. We're tired of it. Let it go. It's had its run. Phase it out. That's just how I feel about it. Mm-hmm. No Hype says all white would have been clean. That would have been dope. Exactly. You didn't have to tweak anything. Just put the Georgia joint and make the rest of it white and cement. Kwame says, yeah, true. They doing the age midsole on everything. It's annoying. It's running out. And that's just where I'm at with it for the night. But let's go ahead and wrap things up for the night. We've been on this joint for an hour and 34 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love, man. Smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you're new. If you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trying hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is officially sold out. Definitely was a great topic. Appreciate the homie Dunk for coming through for sure. And definitely we will be back on Monday with another Music Monday, and I'm going to let Dunks take us out for the night.
Thanks everybody for joining us. This was a good one, man. Yeah, we really don't got that much more coming out. I'm just assuming, we're gonna start hitting April. So if anything, we're gonna start hearing more about these militaries. I'm sorry, I'm still gonna call them militaries. I can't say
I agree
because I'm gonna fuck around and say industry blues or industrial. I can't industrial.
I thought it was
industrial. See, exactly.
Yeah, it's confusing.
I was an industry blue or whatever, but
hey, I swear to God, look, you would have said that, I wouldn't even bother trying to correct you. I'm like, I know exactly what he's talking about.
April is gonna be the month of these, I guarantee you. Once April hits, we're gonna start seeing the news. It's gonna pick up about these militaries. So yeah, I think that's just what it's gonna be for April. With those probably surprise little here and there's thrown in, but star of the show is gonna be the militaries for sure. Here April and May. But yeah, so with that, I think that's it. You guys just enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday.
Most definitely, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl, if you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. Falling in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need